Have you ever noticed how your body talks to you as you get older? It's subtle, but it's there. Little signs like stiffness when you wake up, aches that didn't used to be there, or those nights when sleep just doesn't come easily. After 60, these changes become more common, and they can quietly take away the comfort and joy of everyday life. But here's something encouraging. Nature has already given us a small, sweet gift that can help ease those changes. It's something simple, delicious, and surprisingly powerful. Cherries. Yes, cherries. Not some rare herb or expensive supplement, just cherries. This vibrant little fruit isn't just tasty. It's a powerhouse of natural compounds that have been shown to ease joint pain and help improve sleep, especially in older adults. And the best part? You can start feeling the benefits with just a small amount each day. In this video, we'll explore why cherries can be a game changer for people over 60. You'll learn how they help reduce inflammation, soothe aching joints, and support deeper, more restful sleep. We'll also talk about the best kinds of cherries to eat, how much you need, and simple ways to add them into your daily routine. So, if you've been struggling with stiff knees, sore hands, or tossing and turning at night, stay with me. This tiny fruit might be just what your body's been asking for. Let's begin with the issue most people over 60 know all too well: joint pain. Whether it's your knees, hips, or hands, that dull ache or sharp stiffness can sneak up on you and make everyday movements feel like a challenge. Maybe it hurts to walk up the stairs. Or opening a jar suddenly feels like a two-person job. Sound familiar? This kind of pain often comes from inflammation in the joints. It's especially common in conditions like osteoarthritis or gout, which affect millions of older adults. But here's where cherries step in. They're rich in a compound called anthocyanins, natural antioxidants that give cherries their deep red color. These compounds work like nature's ibuprofen. They help reduce inflammation in the body and can actually lower levels of uric acid in the blood, which is a major cause of gout attacks. Several studies have backed this up. In one study from the University of California, people who consumed cherry extract saw a 35% reduction in gout attacks. Another study found that eating about 45 cherries a day significantly reduced inflammation markers in the blood. That's amazing, considering there are no side effects like you'd get with many pain medications. Just real, natural relief, without the pills. And here's a personal tip from someone who's seen it work. Frozen cherries are just as powerful as fresh ones. You don't need to wait for cherry season. A handful of frozen tart cherries in a smoothie, or even just a bowl of them thawed and eaten with a spoon. It's easy, and your joints will thank you. But cherries aren't just helpful during the day. They can also be your secret weapon at night. As we age, sleep often becomes more difficult. Maybe you fall asleep fine, but wake up at 2 a.m. and can't drift off again. Or maybe you toss and turn for hours, mind racing, body restless. And the next day you feel it. You're foggy, tired, a little bit slower. That's where the natural melatonin in cherries comes in. Melatonin is a hormone your body makes to regulate your sleep-wake cycle. But as we get older, our melatonin levels tend to drop, making it harder to get restful sleep. Tart cherries, especially the Montmorency variety, are one of the very few foods that contain natural melatonin. And not just a trace, they contain enough to actually influence your body's own sleep rhythm. One clinical trial found that older adults who drank tart cherry juice twice a day for 2 weeks slept longer and had better sleep quality compared to those who didn't. Imagine that, deeper, more refreshing sleep just from adding some cherry juice to your day. No pills. No grogginess in the morning. Just better rest from real food. If you've ever felt frustrated by restless nights or that dragging feeling during the day, cherries could be a gentle, natural step toward better sleep. They don't knock you out like sleeping pills. Instead, they support your body's natural rhythm, helping you fall asleep more easily and stay asleep longer. You see, sometimes the best solutions aren't the ones that shout the loudest. They're the ones nature quietly offers, small, simple, and full of nourishment. You're amazing for listening all the way through. I truly believe you're someone who cares deeply about your health and well-being. And now that we've talked about how cherries can soothe aching joints and bring back peaceful sleep, let's keep going. Now, we've already seen how powerful cherries can be when it comes to reducing inflammation and calming joint pain. But that's just the beginning. Let's keep going, because there's another benefit cherries offer that's especially important for those of us over 60, sleep. Yes, sleep. That beautiful, restful thing that so many people struggle with as they age. You see, as we get older, changes in our body's internal clock, the circadian rhythm, can throw off our sleep patterns. Add in chronic pain, bathroom trips in the middle of the night, and maybe a bit of anxiety, and suddenly, getting a full night's rest feels like a distant memory. But here's the good news. Cherries, especially tart cherries, can help. Cherries are one of the only natural food sources of melatonin, the hormone your body produces at night to help you fall asleep. In fact, research has shown that drinking tart cherry juice twice a day can significantly improve both the quantity and quality of sleep in older adults. That means fewer interruptions, deeper rest, and waking up feeling more refreshed. I remember a sweet woman I spoke with, 73 years old, who said she hadn't slept through the night in over a decade. After adding just one small glass of tart cherry juice in the evening, she said she was able to sleep for 5 solid hours without waking up. Now that may not sound like much, but if you're someone who's used to tossing and turning all night, that's a huge win. What's even more beautiful is that this is a simple, natural solution. No pills. No side effects. Just cherries. Whether you eat a small bowl in the evening or sip on some unsweetened cherry juice, you're giving your body a gentle push toward relaxation and rest. Of course, if you're taking medications or managing health conditions, always check with your doctor first, especially if you're on blood thinners or have diabetes. But for many people, this little red fruit can be a powerful ally. And we're not done yet, because cherries offer even more unexpected health benefits. For instance, did you know they may also support heart health and reduce the risk of gout flare-ups? That's right. Let's take a closer look. You see, one of the big reasons cherries are so good for people in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s is because of their powerful antioxidant content. Specifically, anthocyanins. These are the natural compounds that give cherries their rich red color, and they've been shown in studies to protect blood vessels, reduce cholesterol, and help keep blood pressure in a healthy range. That's a big deal, especially when heart disease is still the leading cause of death worldwide, and many seniors are looking for natural ways to take better care of their cardiovascular system without always reaching for another pill bottle. So, whether you sprinkle a few cherries onto your oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or simply enjoy them as an evening treat, you're not just indulging in something tasty. You're actively taking care of your joints, your sleep, and your heart. Isn't that something to feel good about? You're doing something today that your future self will thank you for. And that's what healthy aging is all about. Little choices, repeated with love and intention. You're amazing for staying with me so far. Let's keep this momentum going and explore one more way cherries can make your life better after 60. We've already talked about how cherries can reduce joint pain, help you sleep better, and support heart health. But there's one more benefit that surprises a lot of people, and that's cherries' powerful role in fighting gout. Gout is a type of arthritis that affects many older adults, and if you've ever experienced a flare-up, you know how painful it can be. It often starts in the big toe, suddenly, red, swollen, and throbbing like it's on fire. For some people, even the weight of a bedsheet can feel unbearable on that joint. What causes gout? It's triggered by a buildup of uric acid in the blood, which then forms sharp crystals in the joints. This buildup can happen because of diet, medications, kidney issues, or genetics. But here's where cherries come in. Cherries, especially tart varieties, have been shown to lower uric acid levels in the blood. Even more impressive, research from major universities found that people who consumed cherries daily were 35% less likely to have a gout attack. That's a big deal. So, how do cherries help? Scientists believe the anthocyanins in cherries help reduce inflammation and block the enzymes that cause uric acid to spike. Plus, the vitamin C in cherries also supports kidney function, helping your body flush out excess uric acid more efficiently. One man I met in his late 60s told me he used to have a gout flare-up every 2 or 3 months, like clockwork. After starting a simple habit of eating a handful of cherries each morning, fresh when in season or frozen when not, he said he went nearly a year without a single attack. And when one finally came, it was milder and shorter than ever before. It's not magic. It's nature. And when we align our habits with what nature offers, our bodies respond in beautiful ways. Now, you might be wondering, how many cherries should I eat? Great question. Most studies suggest that 10 to 20 cherries per day, or about 1/2 to 1 cup, is enough to deliver the benefits. 4 tart cherry juice, around 8 ounces, 240 milliliters, per day is typical, but look for unsweetened varieties to avoid added sugar. You can enjoy them in so many ways. Add cherries to your oatmeal or yogurt in the morning. Blend them into a smoothie with leafy greens. Eat them fresh or frozen as a midday snack. Or sip on tart cherry juice in the evening to help with sleep. And if you can't find fresh cherries year-round, don't worry. Frozen cherries and 100% tart cherry juice work just as well. Just make sure there's no added sugar or artificial ingredients. Also, let's not forget the emotional benefit of cherries. That sweet, slightly tart flavor can instantly lift your mood and bring back memories of summer days, picnics, or a childhood treat from grandma's house. Sometimes, the smallest joys can make the biggest difference. To recap, here's what cherries can do for you after 60. Reduce joint pain and inflammation. Improve sleep naturally. Support heart and blood vessel health. Help prevent painful gout flare-ups. Boost your mood with flavor and nostalgia. Pretty incredible, right? And all of that from one humble little fruit. Now, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. Aging well isn't about trying to be 25 again. It's about making small, meaningful choices every day that help you feel your best, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And something as simple as eating cherries could be one of those powerful choices. You don't need to overhaul your life. Just start with one thing. One bowl of cherries. One habit. And build from there. Because you deserve to feel good. You deserve energy, comfort, and rest. And the beautiful truth is, your best years can still be ahead of you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for choosing your health. Until next time, stay vibrant, stay strong, and remember, even one cherry a day is a step toward a better you.